Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I wanted to talk about something that is going to be a game changer in your relationship and dating experiences. The thing that I often hear is women only create stress and drama in my life, or this particular woman only creates stress and drama in my life. Now, the first thing is that the more that you can be okay with a temporary feeling of discomfort, the more that you're going to have the relationship experiences, the dating experiences that you want to have. Let me explain that a little bit more. So if you're finding that this woman that you're in a relationship with, or whatever the situation is, it really doesn't matter in this context. What often is happening that I see is that there is a perception that she is in her feminine storm in that moment, in the sense that it could be that she's had a bad day. It could be that she's pissed off with you, that you've done something to upset her. And she's bringing this to you in this moment. And because in something else that in a previous video of a content, wherever I put it, I've spoken about how the more that men can be with a feeling of temporary discomfort, that is what's going to change so many things in his life. And his relationship and dating life, your dating and relationship life, is going to completely transform when you can allow yourself to be with that temporary feeling of discomfort. This is not something new. This is not something that, no one has ever spoken about. In fact, I've read this in lots of different books myself, and I've seen it. I've seen it in my own life, and I've seen it in the work that I do with men. The other thing which I understand is that, let's say that whatever she's upset with, and the perception is, this woman only creates stress and drama in my life. This is an opportunity. This is a gift. Except in that moment, of course, you're not seeing it in that way, very innocently. Because you're seeing it as, this woman only creates stress and drama in my life. What kind of relationship, what kind of dating experiences are you going to create from that place? Probably not the ones that you want. So what if instead you chose to see this in a different way? Which is, when she is, let's say, she is annoyed at you. Perhaps she feels like you have done something to upset her or whatever. This is an opportunity for you to learn about her. This is also a really powerful opportunity for you to learn about yourself. Because it's going to allow you to see how you communicate. How do you show up in conflict? Because how you show up in conflict is going to be how you show up in conflict with your boss, with your friends, with your family, with anyone in life. So, as well as you having the opportunity to learn about yourself and learn about her, it's going to allow you to have the relationship that you want. Because in a sense, if you're already able to be with that temporary feeling of discomfort, when her moods are all over the place, when she's upset or whether she's angry and it's the equivalent of like a volcano going off, you're going to be able to have a certain system within your body where you're in that feeling of discomfort. And you can also ask yourself, what is it that she needs from me in this moment? Maybe she needs to feel seen and heard. Maybe she needs to feel loved in this moment. Maybe she just needs me to just shut up and listen. This is why it's going to be a game changer in your relationship. Because I do not say this lightly, but for most men, what's going on for most men is that, first of all, they're not comfortable with feeling that feeling of temporary discomfort. And also, they're taking how she's showing up in that moment as an attack on him. What's the best way to deal with that? Well, maybe I'll just run away. Maybe I'll find another woman to be with. But guess what? This is, when it comes to energetics, this is the nature of the feminine. And this is the nature of the feminine energy within you. Is that sometimes it can feel rocky. Sometimes it can feel turbulent. I know this to be true. There's a couple of things here to summarize. The first thing is the more that you can be in that feeling of temporary discomfort, and allow yourself to really be with that feeling in that moment, that's really the first thing that's gonna change this dynamic. The second is being open to changing your thinking about this situation. What does she need from me? How can I learn about myself in this situation where there's conflict or there's tension? How can I learn about my relationship? What am I not seeing here? How can I slow this down? What does she really need from me in this moment? That flips the whole situation on its head, where you can clean this up because you get a whole different woman. Because guess what? In that moment, you're not only not running away, you're not getting angry or triggered yourself because you're making it about you, but instead you're choosing to remain there, and you're getting curious, and you're putting your feelings aside for the moment, and you're getting curious about what she needs from you in that moment. Try it out and see what happens.